welcome back to the show. And I'm joined in the studio with Franco Preo. We're having a bit of a giggle off screen about
Slight
camera
giggle.
shots. And but Franco, fresh air carpet cleaning. And I guess we've just gone through, in our world now, a bit of dampness, a bit of winter.
Yes.
And things do get a bit muggy, a bit mouldy, need a bit of a freshen up. And one of those areas is, and I was listening to your Facebook posting, you talked about actually cleaning the mattress.
Yes, yep.
I didn't realise as a carpet cleaner that was one of the things that you're actually able to do.
Well, a lot of guys don't like doing it because they are a little bit on the fiddly side, and that's the truth. But the fact of the matter is, as far as our upholstered items go, I mean, we've got our lounge suites that are sitting out in the open and they're quite obvious. They soil up after a while and people say, okay, well, it's time to get our lounge suite clean.
Yeah.
But where do you spend more time?
Yeah, I suppose in the bed.
Pretty much so, in the bed. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially for most of us, unless you're a chronic non-sleeper like me, it's 8 hours of the day, essentially, or 1/3 of your life that you're spending in your bed.
Right.
So what does the human body do? It exudes things.
Well, it sheds skin for starters.
For starters, that's right.
And,
Okay.
and apparently quite a lot.
It's quite amazing, and in fact, one of the things I do find quite often when I'm doing carpets in a bedroom, especially in a master bedroom, because there's two people in there, I'll vacuum and there's all this white powder coming out. It's not talcum powder. It's, as I explained to people, it's yesterday's you.
Oh, it's yesterday.
But I mean, that's hitting the carpet. Obviously, it's if it's hitting the carpet, where are you sleeping? On the bed. And yes, I understand you've got sheets there, and you might have a mattress protector as well. But you'll be surprised at how much still gets through into the mattress.
So I suppose one of the challenges with having the mattress there and cleaning it, someone may say to you, well, okay, I'll get my vacuum cleaner, it's got one of those wand things on it, and I'll run it over a few times.
Yep.
Maybe that should clean it off.
That will help to get the dust off. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Yeah. Now, remember, with dust mites, it's probably incorrectly named because it's not really dust. They feed off skin scale.
Right.
But for that skin scale, for that skin scale to be edible to the dust mite, it needs to be broken down by a specific fungus first.
Right.
Okay. Which requires a certain temperature range and humidity. Without those two, the fungus doesn't exist, and neither can the dust mite.
Oh, okay.
But in bedding, of course, what do you do?
Nice and warm.
It's nice and warm. It's covered over, so any of the sweat that we sort of exude during the day, or perspiration, as ladies do, through the night, will be trapped within that bedding. Okay, so it develops a perfect environment really for dust mites to actually thrive.
Right.
So yes, that dust that we can get up, as a general vacuuming ourselves, absolutely, you must do it periodically.
Right.
Okay, for that to stay healthy. But I mean, it doesn't mean that those sweats and oils off our skins are being removed at the same time. So yes, you can remove the dry particulate matter, but not the other more grungy oil bonded matter.
I was going to say because your body does have oils on its skin and different things like that. So and they start to get in. Does it actually get into the mattress quite a deep way, or is it more on the surface?
I mean, unless you sweat profusely, which let's face it, some people do. Whether it be because of a medical condition or they just they're used to it,
or don't have an air conditioner in hot summers in Australia.
Exactly, and you just lie there at night sweating instead of sleeping. That does happen. So yes, I mean, sometimes you will find that's penetrated fairly significantly into the mattress and beyond the actual face fibres.
Yeah.
So most of the time, it's more surface dirt, okay? But there is quite a lot there. I mean, I had one example of a customer a few months ago who needed a mattress in a hurry for some people were staying, and she got one, which is fantastic. It was given to her by someone else, and then she decided to have it cleaned. It didn't look that bad, but then I've got photos of it, the before and after, and the halfway in between. Which was shocking. And she was absolutely aghast for a mattress that didn't look that bad, how much it changed colour just by actually giving it a clean.
Is that one of the challenges with mattresses? Is you just see them all the time, so you pull your bedding off them, like to wash your sheets, and you look and you kind of go, well, they look okay.
They don't look too bad, yeah. But it's one of those things. I mean, even when it comes to upholstery, it takes a while for these things to build up and build up and build up, and they're soiling. And you think, oh yeah, well, it's nothing too major, and it's just a little bit of dirt. But then you clean it, and it's like, oh my god, is it really that dirty?
Wow.
I mean, I've actually cleaned one particular lounge suite that had been unused for 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
One chair had been sat on every now and again.
Yeah.
The others have been completely untouched by human body at all.
Yeah.
So they only wanted the one chair done. I said, no, because you're going to find there's going to be other things that have settled on there as well, even just with age.
Yeah.
So cleaning that one made the other ones look dirty. Okay.
Wow.
So you can imagine if something's been used constantly, like your bed,
Yep.
how much that's actually picking up without your realising it.
Wow. What are the health implications by not having your mattress cleaned? Because I know you guys do a lot of studies in these areas. Yep. Does it actually contribute to people who may have asthma or allergies?
Absolutely, it is one of the contributing factors. It's not the be all and end all, don't get me wrong. And there are a lot of steps you can take if you are an asthmatic, that you can maintain that bedding to make it healthier for yourself. Okay, I mean, obviously, as I said, airing it out, that's one of the major things. Okay,
Right.
Ripping those sheets off, exposing it to fresh air, open windows.
Yep.
Okay, and if you can get sunlight onto it, even better again.
I know my grandmother used to drag, and we were in the UK, so you don't get many sunny days in the north.
No, especially not. No.
The sunny day was where it's grey cloud and we're doing.
Oh look, there's a sun ray.
Yeah, but yeah, she would quite often. It was a nice warm sunny day. She'd say, right, that's it, a day to put the mattresses outside.
Yes, okay. Dust mites don't react very well to a sudden change in temperature. Okay, so if they've been sitting there nice and cool and fairly relaxed, then you suddenly heat them. Like even your pillows are another great thing to just throw out in the washing line. Okay, take the pillowcases up, put them in the washing line outside, expose them to sunlight for a period of time, and that will actually get rid of those or kill those dust mites off. It won't get rid of the other bits and pieces there, but the dust mites themselves won't like it.
Right. Okay. So we've got that. What are the challenges of cleaning a mattress? Because I mean, I'm thinking of mine now, where it's like got quilted padding on there. I'm thinking of the dampness as when you clean it. Does the moisture get in? Does it what are the challenges of trying to do the job yourself?
Trying to do the job yourself, you don't know what fibres you're dealing with. Okay,
right.
And once again, with anything, we really need to identify what is there before we start creating a cleaning program for whatever it is that we're going to be treating. And there are some fibres on, a lot of the fibres that you use on mattresses are cellulosic, which means they contain a lignin dye. It's a natural fibre, so they will have a natural lignin dye in there that if you over wet, they go this wonderful brown colour.
Well, that will look charming on your bed.
It does. You end up with a bed with all these brownish patches on it, which looks shocking.
I think I've seen a few mattresses like that.
Yes, I certainly have.
I bet you have.
Yeah. But I mean, moisture, you've got to be really careful about how much moisture you leave behind. The other thing you have to worry about also with a lot of modern beds is they have latex as the floor on top because it's nice and comfortable and it breathes and all the rest of it. But you've got to be careful with what products you use on latex because you can degrade it.
Right.
Okay, so it's not just a case of getting old brand X and that's a cleaner, that'll do the job.
Yeah.
Because you might find yourself suddenly having a whole raft of other issues which weren't existing before you actually tackled it. So unless you really know what you're doing with it, it's probably best to leave it to someone who's got a bit more expertise in actually professionally cleaning it to make sure you get the best result possible rather than a half result or a possible damaging result.
Yes. Wow. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more. We'll find out how Franco actually does tackle these the challenging problem of getting your mattress nice and spick and span and healthy again.
Yes.
Welcome back to the show, and we're with Franco Preo from Fresh Aire Carpet Cleaning. But we're not talking carpets today, we're talking those wonderful things we sleep on, the mattresses. And from the health perspective. But, there's a lot of people, and I've seen it now. I get them in my letterbox all the time, Franco. People saying, "Look, I'll clean your mattress for X, Y," and they seem pretty cheap and seem pretty reasonable. But how do you know what you're getting? You know, it says, I know a mattress might cost me a fortune.
Yes, they're not exactly cheap these days. No, not for a decent one.
No, and even if they ruin it trying to get rid of it, it's another issue all of itself.
Yeah.
But so these people who said, "Look, I'll clean your mattress," what are some of the things we should look out for, and what are some of the issues they can actually create if it's not done correctly?
Okay, well, one of the things you have to look out for first is what they do before they even start cleaning. Okay. Now, if they're not using a vacuum system with a HEPA filter, now HEPA stands for High Efficiency Particle Arrestor.
Right.
Okay. So it's those allergens that we're trying to get rid of. I mean, that's why a lot of times we're cleaning in the first place. Is to get those allergens off, you need a filter in your vacuum cleaner that will filter down to those small particulate matter. Okay. Without that filter, all you're going to do is you're going to pick that up off the mattress and throw it straight out in the atmosphere to settle back down in the room. Which kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, you're shifting it from one place to another, and that's all you're doing.
A bit like when I've done dusting at home, when my wife tells me off because I just flick the duster around.
Yeah, you're moving it. Yeah, you're not dusting. You're just you're redusting. Okay, so a HEPA filter. If you're not using a HEPA filter on your actual, or pretty much anything you're vacuuming these days, and a lot of vacuum cleaners do have HEPA filters these days. If you don't have one, go get one. Honestly, they make a huge difference to the cleanliness of your general environment.
How do you know if it's got a HEPA filter on it?
It will have it on the actual machine. It'll be a little label on there somewhere that says HEPA, HEPA.
Right.
Okay, and that is the key indicator that you need if you want to go buy something that's a little bit half decent.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're talking, you start looking at these more expensive brands of vacuum cleaners. They've probably got that type of filter, but you look for a label.
Yeah. But not all of them do. So as I said, it's a really good idea to look out for that label. I mean, the vacuum cleaner that I used filters down to 99.997%.
Wow.
So it's not a lot comes out of it.
No.
Okay, and I know I've actually picked up talcum powder off the floor, which I don't even get the smell or the perfume from the talcum powder coming out of the machine.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Yeah.
And are these a portable machine that they bring inside the house to?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, they're all portable. I mean, we do use a truck mount as often as we can to do mattress cleaning. The reason for that being they just have more power. Okay.
Right.
They deliver a greater airflow at the nozzle to be able to draw through the fibre itself of the mattress. Yeah. They also supply a lot more heat than an electric machine generally will. Yeah. They just work a lot more efficiently. So we tend to use truck mount systems rather than a portable system. Portable systems still do work. Yeah. Okay. They just take a little bit of extra time, and they will leave it that little bit more damp. So it takes a little bit of extra time to dry off. But not to say that they're doing a bad job. Yeah. You just got to be a little bit more diligent with them.
So you're saying they're not doing a bad job. But how do you know when the person turns up and they might have used the I need a new career, so I've Googled it. I got myself a vacuum cleaner. I tell you what, I'll make a living cleaning people's mattresses. How do you know if you've got the one that's perhaps not quite?
First thing you should ask for, and I mean this applies across the board, no matter who you're getting into doing whatever job it is, not just the carpet cleaning industry. What kind of certifications do they have? Okay, have they had any training? Can they actually supply you evidence of that training? Because without any sort of training or qualification in an industry, how can you be an expert? It's not feasible. No. Okay, there has to be something there to that they can show you that they have got the knowledge and the grounding to be able to come in and do whatever they need to be doing. Okay, I mean with mattress cleaning, a lot of times just upholstery cleaning training will get you through the basics of what you need for mattress cleaning. Okay, because you understand the fibres, you understand the construction, and you understand the methodologies that are going to be needed to carry out a safe clean on those products. Right.
And when they come in, is it purely a vacuum that they're doing, or are they spraying chemicals?
No, we're spraying chemicals as well.
Right, okay.
So, and that's the thing, you have to understand the chemistry of it. The same as I've talked about in the past, when it comes to that, we've got to understand the chemistry of it, we've got to understand the physics of what we're using on the whatever item it is that we have in front of us. Okay, so mattresses can be quite different. One will have one sort of fabric, another one have completely different type of fabric.
Right.
The fillings will be different. Okay, there might be a cotton wadding in there. There might be a latex in there. There might be a polyester fill in there. What is in there?
How do you work that out? I mean, if I looked at my mattress, I kind of go, it's a mattress. How do you know what?
A lot of it comes down, for me these days at least anyway, comes down to experience. I mean, ran the trade for 29 years, so
Yes.
yeah, I've learnt one or two things along the way. But a lot of times it is a case of pre-testing, understanding the constructions, as I said, of what you're supposed to be dealing with, and really having a feel of what there is there before you start.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a pre-inspection with anything.
Yeah.
Like when we go to a job, we actually go in and pre-inspect everything. We try to get a history of whatever item it is that we're working on. We find out what's been done to it in the past, how old it is, has it been cleaned in the past, what kind of maintenance has it had, etc., etc., so that we can actually understand what is the best methodology to approach that particular item with.
And I know one of your skill sets and you're one of the rare ones that can actually repair when people have damaged their carpet. Not when they burn the nylon carpet and put burn tracks in it. But the question's coming, so they've got their mattress and maybe not quite have done the right thing and they've got a bit of an issue.
Right.
Are there things that you can fix on mattresses, or once they're damaged, are they kind of dead?
Look, sometimes a lot of mattress fibres tend to be a little bit more fussy than your general upholstery fibres. Okay, so they can get to that point where they're just damaged beyond repair, and replacement is the only option.
Right.
So, for instance, if you got a mattress that's been absolutely soaked in urine, and repetitively, if you like to say, with young kids,
Yes.
sometimes it is a case of just pick that up, throw it out, and start again. It's no point wasting your money on it, because there is so much that's soaked through it. Okay, once again, gravity takes effect and it goes through the mattress, and trying to access what's internally in the mattress. A lot of times, especially if they got, say, box springs, for instance, those springs will start to rust. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just damage.
That's just
beyond.
gone.
Yeah.
When you go in, you clean a mattress. I mean, do you flip? Do you clean both sides, or is that not necessary? I mean,
Well, it depends, because some mattresses do have two sides.
Yes.
And some actually don't.
yeah.
Okay, so once again, it's a look at the mattress, approach what the mattress needs, rather than go to just a particular system. This is how we do it, and that's all we do.
When you go in there, and you talked about dust mites,
Yes.
say before you get it, how does someone know they've actually got dust mites in there? Because sometimes they may not just be visible. Is there indications that they're living in there?
Do you have skins?
Yeah.
Yes, you probably got dust mite.
Thanks, Franco.
Look, they're a natural part of the environment. Okay,
Right,
they're everywhere. Okay, it's just that where you get the concentrations of it, then you get the high concentration, and for anybody who's got any sort of allergies, that's when it starts to show, and you get some sort of physical reaction to them.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're everywhere.
There
was an article I actually read up just recently where a person was saying that you can have those things that you control in your home, but then you jump on a bus next to someone who has got an environment that's full of it, and they've got it all through their clothes, and they brush up against you, and all of a sudden you've got it in your face. It's there.
It's there.
You can't avoid it everywhere. You can control it to a degree in your own home, in your own environment, so you're safe where you live.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere you go around. And people with allergies, well, if they have an allergen that hits them somewhere, it could be anywhere, anytime, and that's something you need to consider as well.
Is there a difference between dust mites and my old grandmother used to talk about bed bugs and get
God, they're two completely different things.
So they are different things.
Oh yeah, bed bugs are nasty.
Yes, because you get little spots on you. So, you got bed bugs.
Yeah,
and it's like
they hide. They're very, very good at hiding, and
Right.
you really need some form of insecticide to actually treat those bed bugs.
Oh, okay.
So dust mites and bed bugs are two separate issues. Bed bugs have been an absolute major headache, especially for hotels.
Yes.
In the last few years, there's been a lot of instances of bed bugs been travelling from hotel to hotel, country to country. They're in your luggage. I mean, if you go to a hotel, say over in Singapore, and you find that there's bed bugs there that they weren't aware of because someone else had brought them in, and then you have your clothes in there, you pack it into your luggage, and you take them home with you.
You take them home.
Yeah, they're great hijackers, those things, but they are a major issue, and they are quite difficult to deal with.
Right. So someone that had, we're going to take a break in a second, but if bed bugs or they start getting little bites and sores, I know my grandmother used to say to me, "Oh, you'll soon know because you get little red marks on you." And Is that something that you guys can actually treat as well?
We can treat, as I said, it's quite difficult. There are specialist products that we can actually go and get to do that with. But once again, it's a case of having to be extremely diligent. It's a fairly expensive process. So if you've got a mattress that's a little bit, it's on that cusp of, is it still serviceable or not? It's really probably cheaper to go and just replace it, because you've got to count up whether that worth is there to actually do the job.
I must say, that's one thing I do like about you and your company. You do always balance the cost benefit ratios for your clients, so they kind of go, oh, it's worth it, it's not worth it. Then I do like that. We'll take a break and we'll come back with some of Franco's top tips on looking after your mattress so you live healthy, fresh, and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Welcome back to the show. I'm with Franco Preo and from Fresh Air Carpet Cleaning, and we're actually talking about keeping your mattresses fresh and healthy. We did talk about dust mites as being part of that little spider family, and then we talked about bed bugs and the insecty things, and that's why you get the bites. But Franco, just off air, you were just saying, and also when there's pets around, there's fleas as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Fleas have their seasons as well, so you'll find the different seasons during the year that you might have an infestation of fleas if your pet has any, or your pet more than likely will have some. Yeah. But if they're not controlled, you'll have fleas bouncing all over the house. and subsequently you'll get bites. I mean, you generally won't find that that's going to be a problem with your bedding per se, but they'll certainly be in your carpets, absolutely. Yeah.
In your years of experience, what are a few of the things you've actually learned about keeping mattresses in that healthy, nice state?
Yeah. Okay, so as I said a little bit earlier on, one of those most important things is to vacuum it regularly. Yeah. Okay, and get a HEPA filtered vacuum cleaner to do that with. Yeah. Okay, mattress protectors. They're as cheap as, and they are there for a really good reason. They protect your mattress. I mean, a mattress, let's face it, it's a fairly heavy investment, especially if you're getting a half-decent one.
I know.
My last mattress I bought was a reasonably good one, not a fantastic one, but a reasonably good one. That was $2,500. Okay, you don't want to be spending that just willy-nilly.
No.
So you want to protect that. So a mattress protector, to me, is an absolute no-brainer. You put it over the top. It's a very, very small investment. I mean, you can get a decent mattress protector for between $50 to $100. They're washable as well, so you can put it over the top. It makes it a little extra layer, a bit of a comfort as well with some of them. But it stops a lot of the stuff getting through to your mattress, especially if you have a liquid spill. Yeah. I mean, we just had Father's Day, for instance, and Dad's had breakfast in bed.
Yes.
Taken to him, so that's great. But the cup of coffee's gone over.
Oops.
The mattress protector will protect it to a fair degree before it gets through the mattress and becomes a stain, becomes an issue, especially if it's a milky coffee, you get the milk stain going off and all sorts of nasty things happening. Yeah. So, a mattress protector is a fantastic thing. So periodically washing that as well, as your periodic vacuuming. Also for the mattress itself, to extend the life of the mattress, flip it, turn it, okay? It's always normally advised, at least anyway, at the point of sale. But it does make a huge impact to the longevity of your mattress.
Right, okay.
And also, because of the fact that you're spreading the load out over the mattress, as far as where your body lays, that load of oils and soils that are hitting your mattress is also being spread out that little bit. So it can help to extend the maintenance period, so having to go get it professionally cleaned.
So when you're actually cleaning a mattress and someone says, well, I'm going to get you in, you're going to come in and do my mattress, say it's a queen size mattress, let's go from the middle of the road. How long does it take to actually clean it? Does that again vary on the site?
It varies. Does it have two sides? Like I said, a mattress you can flip upside down. Does it have just the one side? How deep the base is? What kind of fabric is it covered in, and what kind of stains may it have on there? Right. So it really is how long is your piece of string. So as a general rule, you're probably going to be looking at about an hour for an average mattress. Okay. Sometimes it'll take longer. I've had one mattress that took me nearly 3 hours to get through because I had a lot of issues with it, but it was an expensive mattress and it was worth doing. Yeah. This poor lady that had this cat that had decided that it was his area and for whatever reason kept on doing its business. Went in that area. But it did it through the bedding, so there was only a small amount getting to the actual into the latex itself. But with that one there, I had to be super careful because that latex and some of the urine treatments that you can get can degrade it. Right. So I had to be really careful with that. which is why it took me so long.
Yes.
To make sure that it's dried off as much as possible, and try to get the stains attended to as well. There's a whole raft of things going on with that one.
Wow.
But I mean, the mattress was only 6 months old, and it was about $3,000 or $4,000 worth of mattress. So, it was a $5,000 mattress.
Wow.
So she wanted it to be good. She couldn't afford to spend another $5,000 6 months down the track, and that cat was rather unpopular.
Yeah, our famous furry friends that we keep hanging around our places. So with mattresses, I know it's that time of year and people are going, look, let's get a spring clean, let's get everything done. Is it good when you go in, you go, right, why don't we just do the carpets and the mattresses together, especially like in a bedroom, because you're talking about the dust. Obviously, it's on the mattress, it's on the floors as well.
Yep.
Is that more cost effective, and that is a more sensible thing to get them all done, like in a bundle?
Absolutely. The more you get done, the less time that we have to spend travelling around,
yes.
And the cheaper that we can therefore do the price. So if you do it as a bundle, yes, it will save you money in the long term, absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. And for people who want to contact you, Franco, let's just, before we do, because you said something at the beginning of the show, you said checking people's qualifications.
Yes.
And we've never actually asked Franco what his is. No. He just comes on the show. No, your qualifications, Franco, because you've been around for a long, long time. I think you're probably one of the first ones in WA to go, training's available, I'll go do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit about you and your company.
Well, if you want to list my qualifications, I've actually got a couple of places you can find them. It's on my website itself.
Yeah.
Okay. And part of the Carpet Cleaning Association website, the ccwa.com.au, you'll find my page on that as well, and you'll find a page, literally, of all the things that I've done as far as my qualifications and training goes. I mean, even my daughter hadn't seen it for a while, and she looked at it and she said, "My God, Dad, I didn't realise you'd done so much." And it's like, well, yeah, been around 1 or 2 years and done 1 or 2 courses as a result. And my training is ongoing.
And one thing I like about your setup, I mean, you've got your own chemistry lab at home, because you do get called in by the manufacturers themselves when they've got issues, and they say, look, can you have a look at this and see what the issue is? So how long did it take to get that kind of standing, that kind of reputation? That's pretty high up there.
Well, that came through as part of the WoolSafe organisation, which is an international organisation, and you can get accepted in with them to become a registered inspector as well. If you've been in the industry for a minimum of 5 years.
Right.
I mean, by the stage I went through that, I've been around for over 20 years. So
yes.
obviously I've qualified in that respect.
Yeah.
You'd had to have already had WoolSafe training as well, which I already had.
Yeah.
So we then did an intensive registered inspectors course, which takes you through some really wonderful little wormholes when it comes to carpeting and the problems thereof.
Yeah.
So then we had to basically go through that and then prove our own worth in that as far as that goes, of being able to understand the technicalities of it,
yes.
Rather than just saying, oh yeah, well, now we understand what the fibres are,
yep.
and we understand what the physics are, and the chemistry, but then now we're into the investigative side of things, so that really put a completely different slant on it, because you're now sleuthing. You're looking for clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an exciting thing to be doing. I mean, that must just open up a whole new area to it. I mean, no wonder you did. It must be so exciting.
Well, it was, because there was. I mean, even myself, I didn't realise just how much more there was to learn, and that just brought out a whole completely new level as far as what my own understanding of it was. So it was very interesting, quite challenging, and especially getting through the process and being accepted as a registered inspector was fairly intensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was well worth it for my own experience.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So someone's out there maybe want their mattresses with that good freshen up and now, and probably going, well, maybe we should do some of the fabric lounges and the carpets and things like that.
Yep.
What's the website? What's the best way of contacting you, Franco?
Okay, well, the best way is still the good old telephone, 0418 914 097, or email, which is info@facc.com.au. You can go also to the website that we have, which is www.facc.com.au. It's got an inquiry form there as well, and you'll be able to get the information about what we can do and see exactly what Fresh Aire is all about.
Fantastic. Once again, terrific talk. We must talk about some of those sleuthing stories next time you come in. Thanks so much, Franco.
No worries, thank you.